As a former police officer, you hear so many things. I've had so many stories told to me by different people that we were in contact with. I'm going to offer something simple here when it comes to probable cause and what we at Epinol are trying to do to help officers and the public. Our product is not designed to become a punitive tool. It is not meant to make people feel like we're going to be harder on them or that law enforcement somehow now is going to have more reasons to stop people. It's almost not the opposite, but just different. Narcolyzer tells people when you breathe into it what is being actively metabolized in your body. If you've taken a drug 5 days ago and you blow into this system, it's probably not going to show depending upon the drug. In fact, I can almost guarantee you it's not. But if you took a drug 3 minutes ago, an hour ago, depending upon the drug, it's going to show up on the system. That means you are under the influence of that drug still. This removes so much ambiguity, so many unanswered questions from the law enforcement perspective, but also from the citizen's perspective. I remember so many of the cases I worked. One of them in particular, a gentleman was extremely under the influence of stimulants. And he wanted to tell us over and over again he had only smoked some wrapped joint that a friend had given him, insinuating marijuana use. There was no way, based on his behavior, that he had only smoked one joint of marijuana, okay? But the current tools just are simply ineffective. If we were to try to take a swab, a giant Q-tip, and put it in this man's mouth and move it around his cheek, and then have him wait for us to put it into a sealed tube, put that tube into a machine, have the machine read the results, get us what the machine believes to be, high caliber results from that swab, and tell us that now he's under the influence of these substances. There are so many variables that could happen in that time period. It's an officer safety mess. If they accidentally move forward while you're swabbing their cheek and it pokes them in the back of the throat, now you've got a major incident and there's all kinds of stuff that has to happen with that. Plus you've got an injured person. This is too risky. Blowing into a device is simpler, and we've seen this work for decades with portable alcohol sensors. We have simply designed it for narcotics. This eliminates so much officer safety risk, which is amazing. It eliminates risk to the public. And from a probable cause perspective, based on the validity, the selectivity, and the sensitivity of our device, we can say, and we're happy to help any agency work with this, what shows up on that screen is positive. From there, you would take that as a preliminary tool, do your additional investigation that you're trained to do, bring in a DRE if necessary, a drug recognition expert or something like that, and then you move the person through the custody, right? And at that point, they're going to get a blood draw or they're going to get a urine analysis as well. It'll simply strengthen the case, but it does essentially remove that ambiguity and make things a heck of a lot safer. So from the probable cause perspective and the safety of law enforcement, we endeavor to make that a lot better in the field.